Hi guys, welcome to 13, a fan's perspective. Now, what would be the first thing that comes to mind when I say 13?
13 is obviously the unluckiest number in the world. Black Friday is on the 13th.
Did you really think we were going to put that as reasoning behind naming a show?
This could be anything, let's be honest.
Wait, could it be the 13 minutes of the Super Bowl? You know,
Oh
the
my
best
God.
halftime ever?
When Snoop Dogg came in, I'm telling you, everybody leapt off their chairs.
That was the best 13 minutes ever for all the
Ever.
millennials. Wait, millennials?
I'm not a millennial, I hope not.
Wait, but seriously, what could 13 be?
13 players in a rugby league team in the NRL, greatest game ever.
Yes! So basically, that's what it is, all right? We love our rugby league. Disclaimer, we're not experts. And we'd like to have like a banter week in, week out. So basically, that's what we're going to be doing on the show. Obviously, from the attire that we're in, it's all one-sided. But we promise to talk about the other teams.
No, we don't.
That we'll try and keep it fair to all the other teams. So welcome aboard. Okay, let's talk about the new rules that have been introduced in 2022. The first one, penalties to be awarded instead of 6 again for 10 meters, and ruck infringements when the team in possession is within 40 meters of their own try line. I like this rule.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it flows. It makes the game flow.
Yeah, I agree. I think it evens out the playing field. Obviously, you have a lot of the more attacking sides like the Sydney City Roosters, Melbourne Storms. They try to use that a lot, you know, having big guys like Nelson Sofa Solomona, Bromwich coming in, especially when the defenders are playing, you know, 6-on-6 defensively. You know, it's a massive advantage for them. I think this gives a lot of help to the smaller teams who aren't as well equipped offensively.
Yeah, okay. Rule 2, team list to permanently feature 22 players in line with the 18th man rule introduced last season.
Yeah, that's a great rule change. Obviously, we had a lot of injuries because of this 6 again rule. It really helps. They had teams like the Sydney City Roosters, who lost half their roster due to injury. I mean, it's sad for them.
That was painful for the Roosters fans.
Yeah, really sad. Unfortunately, you know, it happens due to different changes every year. So, you know, this is a good change, and hopefully it works out during this year.
Okay, and teams to only receive free interchange for foul play that sees opposing player sin bin or sent off, not just for being on report.
Yeah, that was a bit, I mean, you're watching rugby because of the physicality. This makes more sense because you want to see people going hard at it. You don't want it like turning into a bit of a pansy game.
Yeah.
This, you know, gives players legitimate reasons to be, you know, called off and subbed off. So I think that's a good rule.
Also, and trainers only permitted to stop play for head injuries. All other injuries will only stop play if referee, touch judge, or bunker decides so.
Yeah, massive controversy last year during the finals game when the Panthers trainer stopped the game. Obviously, you know, there was a massive shift in the game, so this makes more sense than probably all the other rules. Why would you ever have any trainers stopping the game, you know, due to nothing? Again, you don't want to turn this into a bit of a pansy game. You want to make it tough and clean, but at the same time, you know, following the rules.
Yeah, I hope we stick to all of that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about some players to watch this year. I think it's a great opportunity, and we did see a lot more of the trials games being televised this year. I think that's something to do with COVID that put us out. That's probably a good thing that we saw a lot more of those games. And I like the fact that, you know, not most of the teams were of full strength. And it was nice to see the players that were well involved in the teams, but we didn't get to see a lot of, you know, showcasing their talent, and they actually stood up at that time. So I've got a couple that I'd like to point out. Obviously, we both agree from the Brisbane Broncos, Ezra Mem.
Oh, definitely.
Stood out.
Gun player.
Yeah, he should be in the starting 13.
I would put him...
Kevy, let's talk about it later. Okay.
I would put him in the halves partner with Reynolds. Obviously, he was everywhere in the train-on games. It was crazy. Like, he was... He was
busting out, you know, setting up line breaks and setting up plays and stuff like that, and he did quite well.
Correct. I think he was the obvious choice. I mean, obviously, Kevy's testing out Billy and the other boys. Gamble, unfortunately, hasn't really stood up for me during the training.
He's still warming up. Give him time.
It's taking too long.
Let's not talk about his hairdo, though. That's another conversation.
I don't think that's...
Right. I've got another guy that I think stood out for the Canberra Raiders, Xavier Savage.
Sure, sure.
He's like on their highlights reel, like.
Oh, he's a gun.
He's just a speedster.
He almost caught, what's his name? Sab.
Yeah.
I mean, the highlight reels, I think he was like on the other side of the field and he ran over.
Yeah.
Like if he was on the same side, I reckon he would have caught him.
Yeah.
You never know.
That's one guy, another guy I'd like to look, I would look out for. And who's that other? Jojo Fifita. So obviously the...
Fifita.
So Sefo. Fifita from the Gold Coast Titans, obviously a cousin to David Fifita. And what's better than one Fifita in... the Gold Coast, yes. In the Gold Coast Titans team. He was... like awesome.
Yeah.
I say that because he was lined up against Kotoni Stags, right?
Sure.
In the Titans Broncos trial game, and this boy did not back down. And for that, he's earned my respect as one of the players to watch out for. He keeps doing that. I'm sure he's gonna.
Well, I mean, he does have big shoes to fill. He's coming off David Fifita's fame. He's like what, 2 inches shorter. He's not as big, but I mean.
I don't agree with, filling shoes and stuff like that. He's held his own in the trials and...
Yeah, I mean, you could say that, but the point is, he does have a point to prove, make a name for himself. Obviously, he showed that during the trial games.
And we hope that continues.
Let's see what the season brings.
But what about you?
Obviously, Adam Reynolds. I'm so happy he's in the Broncos, thank God. Like I said, Ezra Mam needs to get on that halves partner listing. Yeah. I think another addition would have been good for the Sharks would have been Nico Hines. I think that was a good buy for them. Really cheap buy.
Sorry, I just had to say that. If you're watching this, Nico, hey!
I would have hoped Kevy would have paid for him to come over and play number one for us. Oh, yeah, he would have even played in the halves.
He would have been a good
with
addition,
Renault. But anyway.
Well,
shoulda, woulda, couldas.
Yeah, hopefully he shines for the Sharks.
Yeah,
for the rest of the season.
Good luck to them.
Was there anyone else?
I think that's it for now.
Okay, right. Moving on to the games for this this week, round one. So obviously we're just going to focus on 2 games that we think are the biggest games that you should be watching out for this weekend.
Probably the only interesting games this week.
Yeah. So on Thursday night, the Panthers take on the Sea Eagles.
Yep.
Obviously, that's one to watch. I mean, the Panthers are defending champs, so...
Yep. Reigning premiers. Obviously, it's a semi-final game. They have a point to prove. The Manly Sea Eagles. Last year, Panthers just dominated them. I think DC has a lot to do this year.
You don't like DC,
I don't like DC. To be honest.
That's one thing, actually, we both agree with that. He shouldn't be in the Queensland team.
Nah.
They should just find someone else to
lack
fill in
of
that
creativity.
spot.
To be honest, Kieran Foran's carrying that team in terms of the halves, and obviously Tommy Turbo's leading
Turbo's doing a good job too. Right, so we're both going for the...
Yeah, easily Panthers.
Wait, I was going to say like Sea Eagles. I thought we were going to see...
Why would we go Sea Eagles? I just said said they killed them last year.
Okay, Panthers. All right, and the second and the most important game of the round is the Broncos up against the Rabbits.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we will not see Reynolds or Killian. No thanks to COVID. But I still think they have a chance.
No chance. I would have, if Renault was playing, I would have given them a chance. Obviously, up against his old team, he had a point to prove, trying to make a mark for himself. First game, first round. Unfortunately, he won't be able to do that. And I don't know who's going to be in the halves partners. Obviously, Gamble. I don't know if they'll put Walters in or. I'd hope they put Ezra Mam in.
I hope he gets the call up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But realistically, we'll see what we see.
Right. Well, I'm going for the Broncos because I never tip against the Broncos.
Yeah, obvious Rabbits win.
Alrighty, right. While we're still at it, obviously this is the first round, and we want to, stamp our mark on the grand final predictions. So I'm going Storm Broncos.
Honestly, Panthers, and I'd go Manly, just because I think if DC does listen to the critics and pick his game up, there is a big chance for them to make it.
How long has it been that he's been playing? He got shot down for a couple of years. I don't think he's listening to anyone.
For 10 years now. But realistically, I keep saying this. I reckon Kieran Foran can push him over the edge. He was the reason why Broncos got the wooden spoon last year, the year before.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah. He has niggling injuries, but they also have a lot of speedsters on their team.
Yeah.
Massive attacking side. Hopefully they can find their feet this year.
All right, we'll come back and check that at the end of the season and see where we're at with our predictions. Storm and Broncos. Alrighty. All right, guys, we've come to the end of the show, and we'd like to thank you for sticking by and watching. But we've got a very special surprise now. We'd like, obviously it's a new show. We'd like some interaction with you. And we've got a question that we'd like you to answer. And we will announce the winner next week.
Next week.
But we have some conditions.
We have some goodies. We're giving away 100 Keenan credits every week for the first 5 weeks of the NRL 2022 season. In order to be eligible to win, you have to subscribe to our YouTube channel and comment your answer.
Yeah. Okay, so the question for this week is, how many players currently in the NRL have repped Papua New Guinea? All right? How many players currently in the season, like playing in the season now, have repped Papua New Guinea? That's it. Comment your answer and then we'll see who will be the winner come next week.
Yeah, good luck.
How many do you think?
13.
You think 13?
Oh, the show's called 13. I'm hoping there's 13. We'll find out by next week.
Okay. You don't want to give like a clue?
I have no idea. I'd say 5, maybe 6.
I will keep my answer for next week. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next week.
See you guys.